And we're back. Ugh. No, I kind of want to go get the flying in the zone, but at the same time, I really can't be fucked. Yeah. Alright, let's go. I got AFK kicked while I was gone, so I had to re-queue. The grief must be unveiled. Will be a welcome distraction, the one, hence. Huh. He will face the final day as his friend Daniel. I'm curious, if I go to trusts now, oh, I can go in with them. Scenario versus avatars. That's actually kind of cool. It is not to denounce Hermes for his misguided determination or to convince Emet and Hythlodaeus that they have been deceived. And I and mine. So this is what bade her to create Heidelin, basically. Upon the advent of Zodiark, so too will Heidelin be created. That's basically what it boils down to. Interesting. I can come right back here, but I'm gonna miss this place, like being the story. The story here has been really cool. It's cool to see everyone running around in Asian robes, too. Didn't think I'd see the day. Well, not really Asian robes, the Ancients' robes, which are very different, but same an idea. And thus we leave Elpis, huh? I hope they comment on their robes when we get back, like, your robes! Are those? I went back in time, Reen. Ugh. In the silence of me, oh, hero. So the final boss of this X-Pack is probably going to be Meteon. Well, that should prove to be interesting. They wish to say goodbye to me as I go. To continue with MSQ. I only have one chapter left. So far, this has been the best one. Mario Elementorum was amazing in the beginning, but kind of fell off a cliff. Yeah, all the people new to the zone. Hello, Vana. This age is drawing to an end. Several cutscenes will play in sequence. Well, I have 1,000,000 hours now. If I don't die of coughing first.
So, it is within. The portal that brought you hither, and will take you home.
I like it here, though. Perhaps I should stay and help.
I appreciate your sentiment. I truly do. But 'tis a very long game that we must now play. And while you have maintained a stable presence here thus far, there are dangers in lingering over long. No. You must return to your own battlefield. Make use of the knowledge you have attained, that your days here and our friends' sacrifice be not in vain.
Ow. It sucks that it's cloudy right now.
It is only a matter of time until the final days are upon us. We must, in spite of this, we cannot allow the report that set this calamity in motion to become common knowledge. Were the masses to learn the fates of the other stars, I fear the situation would spiral out of our control. I must carefully consider who can be trusted and bring them into the fold. Ordinarily, I wouldn't hesitate to call upon the 14. However, it was the desire for a fair determination that drove Hermes to attempt to erase our memories. And were he made aware of his actions, there is no telling whether he would remain a friend or become a foe. Alternately, we might try to alienate him from the convocation. Yet in doing so, we would deprive ourselves of a brilliant mind who would be invaluable in the crises to come. Quite the dilemma. Which is why I must work independently of the convocation.
So that's why she summoned Heidelin on her own.
Regardless of how we proceed, if we are to permanently avert the final days, we must be equal to Hermes' challenge. We must prove that mankind is worthy to exist. And this hinges, I think, on how we confront the all-consuming despair that accompanies a senseless and seemingly inevitable end. Bewildered and divided, we would perish like the peoples of those celestial ruins. We could not hope to survive the final days, much less take the battle to Meteon at her nest. We must find a way to defeat despair, to unite and prepare as many as
Defeating
possible
despair.
for the struggle ahead. Heavy will weigh the burden of guiding this legion of souls. Yet I have faith in mankind's potential. As long as he believes in himself, there is naught he cannot achieve. So I will not give up on him. On us. You may find your world to be very different. Or perhaps the erasure of our friend's memories has sown the seeds of a conjunction between us. We cannot know until the moment is at hand. So shall I strive to do my best, taking naught for granted as I walk my path. And I pray you walk with me to the end. As you move forward, so too will I.
Yeah.
As will all, resolved to fight for the morrow. And when mankind has found the strength to stand against despair, we shall silence the song of oblivion. She who sings it will learn our journey is far from over. This I promise.
Nice. Until there's another calamity in the next story arc.
Fare you well, my light of the future, till we meet again.
Which for me will no doubt be very soon. And thus we leave Elpis. Surfing the stars again. Watch as I jump forward in time
From
5
this day
years.
forth, I shall strive to bring honor to the seat of Vandania.
We're seeing what happened. The final days. Vana. Answers. Oh no. The destruction of Amrit.
Even now, I remember standing there, locked in a moment where the sky is aflame. Where stars fall as tears, and screams darken the seas. Where resignation rots the trees. Where terror twists magics into abominations. Such is the lament of they who have gone before. The song of they who tried and failed to create a better world. The song of the end.
Hades and Hippolytus.
That which hides at the edge of the universe is no longer hope's creation. It is hopelessness incarnate.
And the final time they say goodbye.
That day, mankind saw half of its number sacrificed to bring forth Zodiark. And covering the star in a shroud of ether, we forestalled the final days.
No, my. Love one, so believe.
Yet the cries echoed still.
Vandania.
We wept for innocence lost, wailed for death inevitable. A reality too terrible to bear. And for too many who sought comfort in gilded memories of joyful days and tranquil nights.
This is all wrong. Why must we suffer so?
It needn't be like this. No. There must be a way to restore things to the way they were. To reclaim the perfect paradise we once had.
I always thought that was Vandania in the trailer.
No, my friends. Suffering exists, and we cannot pretend otherwise. No civilization, however great, could eliminate it. If we would live, we must accept it as our constant companion. Let us not seek to forget this tragedy. Let us carry it in our hearts, that we may grow stronger and know true happiness.
We can't accept it. We won't accept it. It will be ours again. A world free of sorrow.
No, it will not. For there has ever been sorrow. Mankind was but spared its biting sting for a time. So please, open your eyes. To try and reclaim those lives we lost by sacrificing yet more isn't wisdom. It is weakness. No paradise is without its shadows. If we cannot accept this truth and learn from our pain, then our plight shall be repeated.
Almighty Zodiac, God born of our boundless faith, we bid you, hear our prayer.
They're feeding it.
Accept this offering of lives, and deliver unto us the lives we once had. Deliver unto us the days of old, the days when the star was a font of love, and we knew naught but bliss.
Idiotic fools. She's gonna ram them through with the sword.
You would destroy it? Our beautiful world?
Lands that stretched on forever. Skies one could drown in. The heartbeat of nature, silent yet strong. And amidst it all, a people. Beacons of light and life. Laughter that warmed my heart like naught else before. They are my meaning and my purpose. My love. In spite of, or perhaps because of this, I choose to believe in mankind's potential, in his ability to find a way forward. So let there be no way back. From that temptation, I sunder us. No more shall man have wings to bear him to paradise. Henceforth, he shall walk.
Nice. Ultima Thule.
All is excruciating pain. I breathe fire and torment.
Oh my.
I birth a world of suffering to mire and plague.
Oh my god.
In one fleeting moment, lives come and go, ever moving towards the unknown. And in that fleeting moment, they cry for the answer to the question. Why, given life, are they meant to suffer, to die? As fragmented, imperfect beings, yours is a never-ending quest. A quest to find your purpose, knowing your end is assured. To find the strength to continue when all strength has left you. To find joy, even as darkness descends. And amidst deepest despair, light everlasting.
Sucks it doesn't show the Shadowbringer's gear I was wearing. But the game couldn't do that if it wanted to.
A conjunction has begun to form, an intertwining of your time and mine. When you truly understand what is at stake, and your journey has prepared you to surmount the insurmountable, then shall I honor the promise made in another time, another age.
So that's what she meant. Back in the ocular. It sucks though that I couldn't just have like the Shadowbringer's gear showing there of just struggling forward towards Emmett Selk. That would have been so cool. Graha's gonna be like, how was it? I went through time this time. Not just worlds. I went back in goddamn time. Because this is what I do for fun, apparently. The promise of in another age. Just walking through Charlene in these robes. Da, 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 da. We've had some few developments. Ooh. Have you learned more of the final days? Hmm. We should evacuate to accept the forum's invitation. To deliver the people to the moon instead of their mysterious ship. The final days have come to Garlemald. Well, that's disappointing. I thought there'd be a dialogue thing like, those robes! They are, yes, robes first worn by the ancients. Oh, there. That's better. Hmm? No, 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 no. Oh, wait. I wanted to sell that thing I got on the market board. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. Ba-da-da. Oh, a solo duty. Dun, 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 dun. Great.
No. 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 We were promised an escape. Not the same room we fled.
I shall not meet my final days here in this blasted waste. Calm yourselves. Your panic is our greatest enemy.
You think they care,
We must
Fortuno?
build a line of defense.
They're not thinking rationally.
How?
Leave the fighting to us, Father. You must lead the people to safety.
Dun, 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 dun. So I'm playing as Alpha now? Or Stinium?
I can handle this pair. You shall tend to the refugees. Let us be about it.
As you wish, my little lord.
We playing as Alfie? Yep. Engraved in ash. I don't know how to use Sage. Restores our target's HP.
Help is at hand.
I guess this is a cure too. That's an AoE. And Dosis is... yeah, Dosis is damage, okay. Wait, okay, so another heat. That's their dot. No, 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 stop, stop. Alpha, no, do what you can.
Those who can stand, come with me.
Dun 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 dun. Oh, that's a heal. Oh, this is not how I would arrange bars. Everyone's tide's turning. All is lost. No.
You're safe now. Easy now.
To
Deep
lose
breaths.
our way.
Worry not for the refugees, but for yourself.
Protect the refugees, okay. Just what we need. I don't like the look of that. Stay sharp. Yeah, I don't like it either. Okay, just simple healing. It's a 30-second dot. Okay, so it's the standard. Dun 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 dun. Shit. Yeah, he'll live. Starting to get the hang of those things. He wasn't in the dungeon I took him into. Although I think sages are just not great at healing, and they're just barriers for the most part. Ooh. Too bad there's not a healer hot. Paladin has a hot. Healers don't. Well, not as many. There is a regen or two, but nothing all that significant. It's an AoE. Nah, Stinian's fine. Never mind, no, Stinian's not fine. More barrier for Stinian. Doesn't do much if he's not good to go, though. Okay. Subpar healing on my part. It's been a couple months, but, you know, it's fine.
Help! Someone, please!
What?
Oh, that's a big boy. Hmm.
No. Don't. I don't want to die.
No, calm down. The Garleans?
Forward! Let not a single thing
Euless.
escape!
Did someone send me a Steam message?
Euless and the army. So, you've recovered then?
In time enough to be of aid. For once. We can speak of it more later. For now,
We must fight! To repay your salvation in kind, or with better! For Garlemald has her pride!
Of that I've no doubt.
One might wish they had less pride, honestly.
Good gods. Of all possible saviors, the Imperial Army. Oh.
With a single attack, she took them all out.
I had hoped to take all of them down at once.
Think a withdrawal might be in order?
Oh, sod that. You know who would never abandon these people to their fate. To be devoured by their former friends. That'd be
You know who, that's a
beyond
convenient way
these
to
beasts
say the
must
character's
fall
name.
here and now.
Well then, I'd say it's high time we threw caution to the winds.
So long as you spare me the heroic sacrifices. Now, let's go!
Red mage time. Fine by me. A class I actually know? What the hell? Buttons are weird for me, but I know the basics. Oh, okay. Okay, I can only use it once a second. That's the catch. Of course, they bound a key for Alize to use limit break. Has Redoublement's purpose changed? This one is not like the rest. Okay. Nothing a dual cast can't solve. Did he cast a heal only for Alize to say, I'm fine? Which one's this again? Ah, just damage up. Calls down a rain of meteors.
Today.
I won't back down. Okay, so I can just still use the dual cast for a heal. But it kills the combo. Stay and soak yours, Raha. Now's our chance. What do you mean now's our chance? You can't use limit break yet. That's your whole thing.
I'm not done yet.
They changed the timing on it, I think.
The air crackles with energy. Find cover.
Okay, so it's pretty simple. Oh wow, Raha's literally giving me instructions. How convenient. Thank you, Raha. This is the last one. Strange, you know its attack patterns, Graha.
As they say, turnabout's fair play.
Vermilion Pledge.
On guard.
She doesn't... Huh. Well, that's an end to that. The limit gauge is full. It's empty now.
There's not the barest trace of ether. Maybe there really is no way to bring them back.
Thank you for saving our lives once again. I remember you from Purusha. You helped us there too, didn't you?
Ah, you're from Palaka's stand. I'm glad you're still in one piece. Or you will be, once I see to that injury of yours.
And there goes the beast.
Look out!
Another one. Oh, is this where I come to the rescue? Doo-doo, doo-doo. Oh, Graha saved her. Graha's the warrior of light.
Quickly! I won't lose them. Not a one. This will be a brighter future. I won't let a madman's apocalypse ruin everything we've fought to achieve.
Yeah, go Graha.
Get it together, Alize. You're embarrassing yourself. And in front of Father, no less. You might never measure up to our champion. But we ask too much of him as it is. You mustn't let our sword in the darkness fight alone.
Speaking of which, it's high time I arrive. Why am I walking and why is the shadow fucked? Oh, that's so cool.
Oh,
Now that's what we call timing. You've done... This is... You've done well in my absence. Dun 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 dun.
I can look after myself, you know.
Everything's in order, I trust.
Something like that. Da, 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 da.
I've had enough of this rabble. Come on!
There's the line. Heart of amber, wrought in time. Let me play someone else. Oh no. In the coming battle, you will fight as Loki Doki. Yeah, no shit. I get to fight as my own character. Wow. How generous of them. Calls down a rain of meteors. This again? It's embrace.
Just the beginning.
Wow, imagine getting knocked back. Hey, guys.
This should be the last of the West Covenanters. With me!
The whole gang is together. Okay, put up my hot. Two, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's the mechanic from Pagathon. Heart of amber, wrought in time. Smoldering softly and biding time, marching forward and left behind. Yep. You have to do better than that, she says. And hope's embrace. My rotation's fucked at the moment. One of my gorings is off.
I am in your debt.
Okay, I redo my goring to fix my rote. Yep. The whole gang's together. And we won. Victory. Oh, someone hit level 84. Good for them. In Earth's embrace. You are now in instance area Garlemald 1. Perfection. Ugh. Sup, Euless? Working with Garleans, what a
We must
strange
board
day.
without delay. The ship will depart ere long.
Your offer to host us in Charlian is most appreciated. But will the final days not soon fall upon it as well?
Your hesitation is not unwarranted.
The satrap entrusted me with your lives, yet I have failed your comrades. Nor are you wrong to fear that this corruption will continue to spread. I cannot promise you complete safety, even in my homeland. What I can promise is that I will do all in my power to protect you. That power is not inconsiderable. Even now, my countrymen are preparing the vessel that will deliver us to a sanctuary on the moon. Join us on our journey there, and beyond, to new horizons. Come to old Sharlayan.
We would be fools to refuse such a generous offer made in earnest.
It seems they've a new destination.
The people of Radzat-Han have known too much suffering. The march to Garlemald will only bring them more, short though it may be.
I quite agree. Fortunately, they have you to look after them.
Yes. Well.
Behind you! Just there!
Ugh.
More of them.
It's one ugly fucker. Xenos. He's like, I've come for my rematch.
Xenos! Here!
I've come for my rematch. I want it. Fight me.
Hurry to the airship.
Fight me, please. I've been waiting 5 years. I've been waiting 5 years for this fight. Please, for the love of God, won't somebody fight me?
Why have you come?
A heretofore unseen beast. 'Twas ripe for the slaying.
Of course.
Poor sport, alas. Unfit to temper my blade.
Oh, for the love of... You cannot still on about a rematch.
Yep, he's still on about it. He just wants the rematch.
That is and has ever been my sole concern.
Xenos. No, don't try anything, Euless.
You, on the other hand, are fixated on a different quarry. Your passion pales before mine. Yet neither hate nor despair seems sufficient to recapture your misdirected bloodlust.
Back in Stormblood, you were my primary concern. You're not anymore, Xenos.
So, I hone my blade.
And I wait. Don't worry, we'll come to take care of you once this shit is over.
That's it. That's all you care about. Garlemald is in ruins. Our homeland, the nation you rule, is as good as gone.
I do not care.
Along with so many of its people.
I want rematch. Fight me.
Not just soldiers like us. Not only those who fought and killed for power and duty. Innocent civilians. Murdered by their own flesh and blood. Lost and confused as they breathed their last. While we who survived with our lives and minds intact
were left to freeze to death. The Eorzeans tell me all this was your doing. You slaughtered your countrymen. You did. For what?
My rematch.
For nothing, in the end. So much wasted effort.
You fucking psycho. Don't charge him. It will mean the end of you.
For your own sake, Eulus, you must control your anger.
He will kill you.
It will serve no one should it consume you and see you transformed.
Hatred, you say, to transform.
Would you be happier had I a good reason?
What?
If my motives met with your approval, would you no longer resent the outcome? If so, then perhaps a beast's skin would suit you better. Duty, honor, morality. All constructs of convenience when put to proof. Surely the war taught you how easily power becomes the tool of the self-righteous. How the people's justice was merely a means to their ends? Yet you would ask me why. Ask any creature of this star and those above for answers, and they will tell you what suits their fancy. And they would be right to do so. What meaning there is to be found in the petty vicissitudes of your existence must be gleaned by you, and you alone.
He's a psycho, but he's always right with these things.
Should you seek it in battle in the fruitless pursuit of my demise, then come. Assume your rightful place as a notch on my blade.
No. This will end with your death.
You are a blight on the Garlean race, and there would be no more satisfying way to expunge it than by beating you to death. But I will not be party to another tragedy. I refuse to lose anyone else because of you. So go. Go! And may we never suffer your madness again!
I like this one.
Xenos!
What? I think he just likes the attention.
Perhaps you found meaning in living this way. I cannot deny you found strength. Yet if you only pursue your hedonistic pleasures and pay no heed to the plight of others, then no one will give you the time of day.
I don't need their time of day. I just want to fight.
You will
Fight me.
never get what you want. Not even the battle you pine for so dearly.
What?
You'll be alone for an eternity, and you'll deserve every agonizing second of it.
Maybe you're right. Or maybe you're wrong. And off he goes. He's like, what? I might not get my rematch? But my rematch, that's all I care about. Here comes Fortuno.
We're ready to start. The refugee ships will be leaving shortly, but I've asked mine to remain for the time being. There's room enough for you to join me on it, if you wish.
Look at Fortuno being nice and
Do
showing
contain
respect.
your surprise. I needn't agree with the Scion's methods or intentions to acknowledge that their deeds are deserving of gratitude.
What the fuck? Character development.
Why you are delaying your departure? I presume it is not solely for our benefit.
I must visit Garlemald ere we return to Sharlayan. Having caused such an uproar, it is only meet that I explain myself to the Ilzabard contingent.
Allow us to accompany you then. We should be glad to facilitate, given our familiarity with all. If you would like to join as well, Eulus, we can speak of recent events on the way.
We can speak about how much we all dislike Xenos. And how much of an asshole he is.
He'll be after your seat on the forum next.
Just leave him standing there stunned. Damn it. He'll crack a smile. Or not. That's the kind of thing where you go, would be interesting to see. Bam 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 ba bam ba bam ba bam 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 bam. There she is. No, no. Ba-da-da.
No major injuries then. Good. I briefed the recovered soldiers and sent them on their way as quickly as I could, but nevertheless feared they would not make it in time.
The additional support was invaluable. Your men saved more than a few lives. Though not all, I regret to say.
I take it that I'm addressing Lucia Junius. I'm the forum's envoy, Fortuno Leveilleur. And you are owed an explanation for these most dire developments.
About what? They know about the final days. We've been filling them in on this the whole time.
Another trial wrought by the final days. I was beginning to suspect as much. You doubtless feel some consternation having been forced to abandon your original plan. But trust me when I say you were right to send the refugees elsewhere. Beasts have been sighted within the capital. Perhaps it was a stroke of grim fortune that the population was decimated beforehand. as they've yet to appear in any great number, but in time. In any case, Maxima leads the remainder of the contingent in an effort to cull the creatures and evacuate the populace as we speak. Once the airships are taken to the skies, I pray your men can be persuaded to join him.
You'll permit us to retain our weapons?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have sent you after the Scions were I expecting you to stab them in the back.
And I, for one, would not consider past transgressions more relevant than future contributions. Regardless of the circumstances that saw us at odds before, we need men of courage now, more than ever.
Looking towards Alize for approval. Like, oh god, is she gonna kill me?
We swore to defend Garlemald, and so we shall.
It seems you have everything under control. You will excuse me then, for mine own duties await.
A moment, Master Fortuneau. You did desire to express your appreciation for services rendered, did you not?
I did. Though if you intend to again ask that Charlian alter its course, you will find my gratitude insufficient.
'Tis nothing so onerous. I wish to hear the details of this grand endeavor of yours.
Oh, he can do that. He's like, I get to bring my children with me if I persuade them. Awesome.
To listen and to learn, and not to embark upon some scheme to impede us.
I swear.
Any other I would doubt, but you I trust to keep your word. For not once have you broken it. Very well. I will request that the Forum make you privy to our plans. You may await our summons at the Baldessian Annex, assuming the decision is in your favor. Does that suffice?
It does. You have my thanks. Excellent. You can regale us with tales of your most recent sojourn to the First while we wait.
Oh boy, we didn't just go to the First. We went back in time.
Did you hear something just now?
Elaborate. What's Puddingway doing here? I think that's Puddingway.
Where is this stars-blasted pudding?
Why is there an army of Loperates? I don't like this. No, go back. Go back to the moon.
Dawn may banish even the darkest night.
Sup, Ariange?
To this bitter clime bring warmth and comfort.
I hath returned from the moon.
'Tis heartening to see such an assembly upon my return. I thought often of you whilst I looked down upon our star's brilliance from the moon above.
Yes, but what are you doing here? And dressed like that? Aren't you cold?
Terribly freezing.
Verily, I fear for my health should I proceed to expound upon our purpose, while I procure more suitable guards.
Ariange.
Then allow me to summarize. We're here because none of you lot are up there. Nor has anyone deigned to send word about any changes in the plan. It's rude, is what it is. At least that's what I thought at first, but then folks got to wondering if you weren't in a spot of bother, so we decided to take matters into our own hands. Come down here and help, if our help be needed. So she says, but it's also something of a convenient excuse to visit Aetheris. Oriange made it sound absolutely marvelous. More so before the impending doom, but still. It's not like there will ever be a better time. What with the aforementioned doom? Marvelous, they say, yet not an onsen pudding to be found. I must suffer Oriange's inferior works no more. Hey, maybe consider the plight of present company before you go blathering on about pudding and doom. Ahem. As I was saying, should you require any assistance with whatever, we are at your disposal.
Can we start throwing them like footballs at the monsters?
We were born from Heidelin's love for the lives of this star, so naturally we would much prefer to see them continue. Twiddling our thumbs up on the moon is hardly conducive to that, though, is it?
I want to throw them like footballs.
We've all got such precious thoughts and feelings and hopes for the future, deserving of more active preservation. Speaking to Oriange made us realize that while we've carried out our duties to the letter, we've failed to fulfill them in spirit. From there, it was just a hop, skip, and a jump towards resolving to do better. So please, show us how. Help us help you.
Sure, living way. What the
Forgive me, but are they...
Loperates. They're the ones you've been convening with.
Thy distant collaborators, indeed.
Hail, fellow, well met. You'd be a member of the Forum, would you? It's an honor and a pleasure to meet you at last.
I've been speaking with a rabbit.
Right paw. That last bit is very important. As am I, if I may humbly say so myself.
I bid you welcome to our star, Livingway. On behalf of the Forum, I thank you for traveling such a distance to meet us. As you have surmised, preparations for the Exodus have not proceeded as smoothly as we had hoped. I should be happy to personally escort you to our headquarters in Charlian, where you may advise us as you deem fit.
On how the fuck to get to the moon. No one's gone to space.
The great work of readying the moon for habitation. Be assured that I did so only after the Loperates made plain their earnest desire to come hither, and I myself felt a growing certainty that their contributions here would prove invaluable.
Can we throw them like footballs?
'Tis trite, perhaps, but I followed my heart.
Good to haveth you back. May thy disciples banish this darkest of nights.
I am no esteemed philosopher of Eld. Nevertheless, 'tis my hope that what little knowledge I shared shall serve them well, and perchance help save us all.
Oh no, Medion is not gonna allow that.
Forum and lend thine own wisdom.
Pudding away.
If that's all quite settled, can we start moving before Urianger catches his death? Even I'm freezing out here.
Oh, I dare say you'll warm up quickly once you're aboard the airship. Sat shoulder to shoulder with our fur-covered friends.
It's like, that's great. How did you get down here? And how do you plan to go back up? Da, 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 da. Charlie. Oh, this is the sightseeing. Oh, why am I dropping frames? 26%. I'm dropping more frames. Oh no. Don't know why I'm dropping so many frames, but... Meteon. Then our foe is no longer some unknowable calamity. No, it was a cute little girl who was just happy to be friends with people. Upon her by Vana, the woman that would become Heidelin. And which Heidelin possesses the knowledge we seek. Not to stay. She has abandoned her pursuit of Meteon. The Vana I know would never give up. Even from within the anti-tower, huh? Labyrinthos. Let's hear what they have to say. Ba da da la la na 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 na. There's our grand ship. They're level 90? Ah, level 89. So you may wait in the corridor. Oh, excessively forgiven. Alright. Mostly people at level 89. Yep. Yeah, they'll take my weapons anyway. There's a male Vieira on the Charlian forum. Interesting. They've thrown their own lore out.
There is a matter I wish to raise with you before we enter.
What is that?
We are here to listen and to learn. But if the Forum's plans are more or less what I expect, then I should like to make a proposal that will serve our ends. By your leave, of course.
I don't see why not. Your words and wits have gotten us this far.
Agreed. I will present our queries so that you may consider the most advantageous way to advance your proposal without distraction.
Thank you, everyone.
If I may have your attention, the ad hoc session will now commence. The purpose of today's assembly is to brief the Scions of the Seventh Dawn at their request on the Great Exodus. You may enter.
We're actually welcomed in as guests this time.
On behalf of the Forum, I commend your heroic actions on the Magna Glacies. We shall not soon forget your service to us and the people of Radzat-Han. The Satrap, whom we have informed of the refugees' new arrangements, sings your praises as well. As an expression of our gratitude, we will endeavor to answer your questions as fully and openly as we are able.
Then let us begin. First, it is the Forum's objective to ferry the life and knowledge of this star to the moon. Am I correct?
You are. It is for this purpose that Charlian has labored these many long years. We have collected biological samples and scientific records from across the star. When the time comes, they will be moved from their places in Labyrinthos and Numenon and conveyed to safety. Once that critical task has been accomplished, we will begin transporting the Charlian citizenry, which has been categorized into groups. The earliest arrivals are to ensure hospitable environs for those who come after. Following our people, we will send those of other nations in turn, beginning with our allies. Radzat-Han was foremost among these. But since the final days have already come to Thavnair, we saw fit to include the refugees with earlier groupings.
An ambitious plan. You have accounted for the safety of all nations and tribes, then?
As many as we can.
And how, pray tell, do you decide who to leave behind?
To journey beyond the sky is an unprecedented and immeasurably difficult endeavor. Introducing sources of inevitable conflict would condemn all to certain death.
And who are those? Garlemald.
Questions as to the validity of that approach aside, are your plans proceeding apace? We're under the impression that your primary means of celestial transportation is incomplete.
If only in that it does not meet our optimal parameters, that is correct. This arc, as some have taken to calling it, is fully operational and could be launched even today. However, the final days have progressed more quickly than we anticipated. At present, the ship is incapable of attaining speeds sufficient to meet our evacuation targets. Should we put the vessel into service, as it is now, we will be unable to travel to the moon and back quickly enough to complete the necessary number of trips. Precious lives and knowledge will be lost.
Seven hells. Is there anything to be done?
The teleporter.
The ether burner, the primary means of propulsion once the craft is in the space between stars, is undergoing testing to determine whether it can be made more efficient. Though cargo is being loaded for the initial phase of the Exodus, we are prepared to continue our experimentation up to the day before launch, should it prove necessary.
What if the Scions were to solve your problem? We shall help devise a means to improve the ether burner's efficiency, on two conditions. If we succeed, you must allow us to meet with Hydaelyn.
It was simple enough to deduce. You have a Concord, and so you would never have abandoned the anti-tower had you no other means of communication. One far more convenient, I suspect.
The second condition, also to be met upon our success, is that we be permitted to propose another use for your Ark.
We would be at liberty to refuse this proposal.
Most certainly.
Of course. If we cannot prove its merit to the 99 here, who are we to stake on it the lives of all peoples of this star?
Delightful as always, Master Alfino. Oh, we couldn't have asked for a finer plan. Allow us to solve this complex engineering problem of which we were entirely unaware until moments ago. What could possibly go wrong? The satire writes itself. Yet, what field has not benefited from a change in perspective? When we are at wit's end, what we need is not the same dry theories recited ad nauseam, but fresh inspiration. I, for one, have faith in my erstwhile students to provide it, and I find their terms to be perfectly acceptable.
Order! Order! We have no time to waste on debate. I call a vote. All in favor of agreeing to the Scion's terms?
I hope a majority. Of course not that fucker.
"71 in favor, 28 against. The ayes have it.
He's
Fortuner,
against.
as the architect of this project, you are the best candidate to show them its current state. And bear in mind that regardless of your personal misgivings, this is the will of the Forum.
Very well.
call this session to a close. Return to your tasks with urgency. The final days wait for none.
Poor Vanash. She's like, when's that guy gonna be born? It's been 50,000 years. Is being sorely tested. Bam, 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 bam. I kind of want to go and do the role quest. But no. I believe I have all the ones up here. I'm only missing 2 in Elpis before I can go get the rest there. I'm missing 5 in Labyrinthos, a lot in Garlemald, a hell of a lot in Thavnair, and I only have 1 in Mare Lamentorum. Great. You're standing in the middle of that. Buffoon, grr. What is this threat? You can understand me? Wait. Are you able to communicate with him? I'm sort of special. To engage with it, Gur. He's insulting you. Archaon is in grave danger. Oh, dearie me. Yeah. Well, I got my ether current, so fuck you. I'll be back for you, Shaggles. In another era. Who knows? I might not. I just wanted the ether current. Out with it. Can you leave my children alone? Or will it be, can you tell me how to undisown my children? My wife is very much angered about me disowning them. It's probably what it boils down to. Da, 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 da. I could probably hit 90 by the end of tonight if I really wanted to. Without an issue. Not 90s in story level 90, but just level 90. Because I hit 80 when I was in Raktika. Means like for half of Shadowbringers I was level cap. But frankly, I can't be fucked. And left me behind. This is no mere coincidence. Then let us proceed. Endwalker, but no one dies. We had a patch called Death Unto Dawn. No one died. They may go that. Fuck it. Northwest, I'll pick that up in a bit.
Could swap them out. No, been there, done that. Down near lost me eyebrows. Think, Uncle, think.
we'd be well on our way to paradise. Visionaries patting themselves on the backs for their grand accomplishments if you'd only think.
Yes, that does sound rather lovely.
Yeah! I mean, Master Force, you know, what a pleasant surprise. We're not blasting off already, are we?
The schedule remains unchanged, for better or worse. Which is why the Forum has elected to accept assistance in resolving the ether burner conundrum.
Not seen you lot down here before.
There are archons among their number, but engineering is not their expertise. Nevertheless, the Forum concedes the slim possibility that they may have insights to offer. If not, you are at liberty to return them to the surface. By whatever.
I assure you that won't be necessary. Now, about your troubles with the ether burner.
Aye, aye, I'll walk you through it. Suppose I could do with a change of pace. As the name ought to tell you, the ether burner burns ether, ambient or otherwise, and transforms it into motive force. Think of it like a giant bomb that never stops exploding. Even out in that black void where the ether's right sparse, it's strong enough to move our arc. And it probably won't kill you like an actual bomb.
If we can draw on Dynamis instead.
But it ain't perfect. According to my calculations, to travel to the moon and back fast enough for the Forum's liking, the conversion rate needs to be 6% more efficient. A measly 6%, you say? But if I could have squeezed even another 0.6 out of it, don't you think I'd have built it that way in the first place?
Hast thou consulted with the Loperites?
Yes, they too are conducting their own research, for lack of a ready answer. The moon's propulsion systems are considerable, naturally, yet they are commensurately massive. It is no easy feat to convert their technology into an efficient means of propulsion for a teeny tiny toy boat, as they say, and as I most certainly do not.
Yes, exactly! Damn it all, I asked for refined adamantite and they send me uppity rabbits with inscrutable, ancient, incompatible technology! You're trying to drive me mad!
Do you speak of Allegan refined adamantite, perchance?
You know of it?
Only in the most general terms, I'm afraid. 'Twas an alloy of Allegan make, but the secrets of its production were closely guarded. As I recall, the record stated it was vital to Dalamit's construction and launch.
Aye, that's the stuff. No material more conductive far as I know. Slotting some ends like blowing up a dam and watching the river of ether come rushing through. Ain't a living soul.
Grah can probably make it.
We were fortunate enough to salvage some for the ether burner, just a wee bit, mind, from a chunk of Dalamud that came hurtling into the northern empty during the calamity. With more, well, that extra 6% efficiency would be child's play. It's a crying shame that we've no other sources.
Surely the many shards of Dalamud scattered throughout Eorzea would suffice. Why not get the refined adamantite from them?
Not fast enough, probably.
Oh, we tried, believe you me. But only a few specialised pieces would have had any in them to begin with. Drive calls from Ragnarok-class internment hulks. Those are the prize bits we really need. According to the Gleaners, getting to them means delving deep into the shards. And the defences are still very operational and very eager to blow them up. It's rough going in there, even for the cream. Not sure they'd make it out alive.
Weren't we near that part of the Ragnarok when we went to destroy Bahamut?
Ghost, it haunts me. You want me to go and fetch the Watsits? The Watsits.
That may be for the best, though you doubtless find the task too dull for your liking.
There are multiple internment hulks in Eorzea alone, so handling this ourselves may not be the most efficient option. Rather, if we could salvage adamantite from the shards simultaneously... Thancred, is the link shell we established before you went to Garlemald still active?
Of course. The floor is yours. What's all this?
Gathering firewood, so to speak. We alone can accomplish little, but joined by others, we may yet build a bonfire to carry us heavensward. This is Alphino. The Scions have need of you.
Understood. I will contact the Lord Commander and dispatch our finest at once.
My sisters are somewhat preoccupied with the final days, so I will lead the 12-Wood expedition myself.
Are you aware of any other sources of refined adamantite?
Logically, such an invaluable alloy would have been utilized solely where absolutely necessary, in components intended to conduct or collect surpassing amounts of ether. Any extant instrumentation or devices would have likely found their way into the hands of etherologists or enthusiasts.
Yep. I don't know what happened there.
Magical artifacts of Allagan design? The Eastern Alliance will send word to one and all. Are there other ways we may offer aid? No shards of the Lesser Moon scar our soil, but our stake in this cause is no less for it.
Is there anything in Othard that might be of use to you?
What did you say? Oh, you got friends in far places, lad. Any road, if you're offering, I wouldn't say no to one of those Far Eastern sacred relics. Some of them can hold enough ether to summon a whole damn primal. Combine a source like that with the ether burner, and 3, 2, 1, kaboom!
I gather you heard his explosive enthusiasm. Might you secure us a suitable relic?
It shall be done. I know little of machines, but I promise we will do our utmost to gather the materials you need to finish your starship. I am glad for the work, in truth. Better to busy oneself than wait and fret over disasters foretold.
Then why are we all still standing about yapping? There's plunder for the taking. And I'm a born plunderer. I'll be an old Charlian before you know it. Start mixing the grog.
I'm certain that can be arranged. Thank you all, and do be careful.
Just like that.
Aye, just like that. Our refined adamantite is on its way. Now let us consider our next steps, shall we? There's yet much to be done.
It would not kill you to smile. Knit away, sorrow, silence with bleeding hand. And who might that be? Ancient one. Do I have one of those? I might. In Ul'dah. Golorito.
mission is clear. We must harvest refined adamantite from the shards of Dalamud and procure arcane relics of Allagan. Summon the best and brightest of our immortal flames and form an expeditionary party at once. Call upon the Sultan's... Papashan, send word to the guilds. We will require the expertise of master artisans if we are to have any... Fear, guys. We have need of your stone torches. They are to assist the immortal flames in scouring the ruins and to help secure the surrounding areas. I trust I can count on your support.
As commander of the Stone Torches, my son Zimberk will personally see it done.
It's Ul'dah. I don't trust any of them.
You lead the raiding party. Assemble your finest and let Zona's blade clear the way. Lord Lolorito, I pray you take charge of the search for Allagan relics. Surely you know of some being traded on open or clandestine markets, or sleeping in collectors' vaults. Of course, I ask not that you do this out of the kindness of your heart. By all means, profit on the transactions. I wish you the joy of it. The final days descend upon our world. If circumstances are truly as dire as they say, Uldah's best efforts may be for naught. And yet, when we Eorzeans rose from the ashes to rebuild our broken realm, did we not learn one simple truth? That which seems all but impossible to overcome alone may yet be possible if we stand together. It was the Scions who united us then, and it is the Scions who call upon us now.
Yeah. Go Nanamo.
Answer that call. We will summon our courage and join the fight for our world's future. You know your duties. I, Nanamo Ul'Namo, 17th in the line of Ul, bid you good luck and Godspeed.
Everyone's saluting her, and then Lolorito's like, nah. Shit's below my pay grade. In the Black Shroud. Are they actually going to be useful? The Twin Adder? Impossible. Ghost gets everything I've ever known.
We fielded a goodly number, but our ranks are heavy with healers, and an abundance of restorative magics will be of little help in destroying Dalamud's defenses. Still, it has ever been thus with Gridania. We must steel ourselves for a protracted engagement.
Alamigo.
In that case, might I suggest taking us along?
Commander Hext, what are you doing here?
None of the shards in Girabania are big enough to hold an internment hulk. So we said to ourselves, why not lend our neighbors a hand? We thought you might be short on people with a talent for breaking things.
That's all Girabanians are good for.
While it pains me to admit it, you are right. Our deficiency so plain to see.
It might have been a lifetime ago, but I was once one of the Scions assigned to the Shroud. I know this forest well. I know your people. And I know...
Then I will impose upon you with a clear conscience. Come, let us speak of how to integrate our forces.
I won't let it all be for nothing. I promise you, Papalimo.
She's still on about that guy? It's been 3 expansions. They cut him off 6 years ago. Kurthus.
There you are.
Yes, bring Artorial into it. Bring the useful one in. Reisvalger.
That was a roar. A dragon's roar.
I guess Reisvalger's here to help. The Confederacy.
And so, in summation, the Eastern Alliance, as well as the Honourable Lord Lolorito himself, reached out to me for assistance in procuring these treasures of the divine, and I, in turn, do beseech the Confederacy for aid.
Soraban?
Hmm? Is that...
Hancock? What a surprise this is.
Genbu.
And a fortuitous one at that. I have a favor to ask, you see.
The payoff for completing the 4 wards. Guraha. Oh, that's so fucked. Song of Hope. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Obedient. Wait, so if I... do. Da 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 da. Song of dun 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 dun. I'm gonna get on Fenrir. There are 3 more yet to be had. 751 yalms to northeast, huh? That's great and all, but at the same time, an aetherite that lies here yet unclaimed. At that point, I may as well just ride around the map and collect the rest of the pieces. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. This place is cool. $276, alright, so it's on our way. Ugh. No, 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 no. That's the boss. All right. Right. $200 to the south. Well, aside from a few areas, we have everything. Sweet. That should be all those ones. Yep. Solid across the bottom. I'm missing 2 more in Elpis, and then I'll have all the Elpian ones as well. Now I just need to do quests. Is this place literally just called Charlene Hamlet? Yeah. Of course it is. Hmm. Hmm. I am too busy to show Whopperets around. Ariange, you absolute fucking bastard. No, 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 no. I don't know. What would be considered a point of interest? I mean... That works. La 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 la. Mushroom-like thing. Dun, 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 dun. My foot makes that sound going across this plastic surface. Sounds stupid. I'm right, aren't I? They don't. Thanolin. It's the other settlement across the way, isn't it? Like, that starts off with just two middle drums, like, and then full into the full orchestra. Good old Torn from the Heavens. Hot up. I'd rather not be burnt to a crisp if it's all the same to you. No, it's not. I want to throw you like footballs towards the meteors that are the final days. Under my wing, thou would not survive. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Oh. Dun 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 dun. They're rather chipper about this whole end of the world thing. Yeah. They're like, yay, the world is soon about to die. Can we leave Xenos here? Just let him die on the final day. Ugh. Na 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 na. Hmm. Meh. No, pumpkin. Yeah, have fun with this one. Just rip the thing apart. Can't you see these are pumpkins? Hmm. Ooh, lemons. Is this poison? What? Have I not suffered enough? He's gonna like the lemon muffin. Dun, dun, dun. This is delicious. Hmm. It's not the expression, but okay. That's the highest level one. 83. And many less than favorable establishments. Da 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 da. Yeah. You see the forest of the first one was purple. Gasp, gasp, I say. This is just dragging on. And thou dost hold the ability to allay his fears. Hmm. Hmm.
A place for every lockbird and every lockbird in their place.
Damn it. Troubled souls and level-headed engineer. Since beyond your help, only sleep can save her now. Yep. To inflict this man upon the Whopperates. Oof. Is this almost done yet? Someone is doing better than you are. Oh boy. Yeah. Calm research. Honestly, I don't care anymore. I'm just... Fuck the dialogue. Okay, even this music's starting to get annoying. Jesus Christ. Like, it's not... What the fuck were they thinking? 8? And not all of them are guaranteed? What the hell? Less linear, sure, but... My god, it's irritating. Hyperventilating engineer. Where the hell are these last ones? Five out of 8. Don't care. Just... What is this gonna take? 2 more. Anyone know? Is this person a person of interest? Nope. They're not. And why are they yawning again? Fuck off. Yeah. Yep, one more. Of course, this will be the one that takes me an eternity to find. And they're outside. I'm just burning time. Jesus Christ, it took forever. The Loporits are willing to help. Okay, am I done? Am I done with these fucking researchers? Oh, thank God. But the quest isn't over. Of course, the quest isn't over. God damn it. Just let me get back to the fun stuff, man. I've been doing this for half an hour. Watch over them, I prithee. Please just go faster. Can we please get to the interesting stuff? Zone 6, for example, would be very interesting to go to. I want to go to Ultima Thule. How much time is... they've killed all the fun mystery behind it.
Phew! Oh, finally some rest. Why,
Lively, isn't it?
Twould behoove you to consult with Sleeping Way. As our moon's pilot, his advice should be most pertinent.
I'm impressed. Truth be told, I struggle to tell one from another. No offense intended, of course.
none taken. After you and your friends left Mare Elementorum, we spent no small amount of time with your Urianger. Oh, the conversations we had. He told us all about Atheris, answered our every question, no matter how trifling or trivial. Look! Every page filled to the margins with knowledge. When I first arrived, I was struck by how little I knew. It was daunting. But then I realized that, were it not for Urianger and his teachings,
What would they think if they could see Urianger now? I dare say they'd be more than a bit surprised. And impressed, no doubt.
Who?
Master Louis Soir,
Ah.
Infilia, Papalimo, and not to forget...
Oh there. Heard there was a visiting expert who we might bother with a few questions. I take it you'd be the one.
Who's this?
Yes, I am.
Wilson and Blovida, Charlian's foremost researchers in the field of teleportation magic, and Moonbreeder's parents.
Oh. That's,
It hath been some time. Tis good to see you in good health.
Likewise, old friend. Blovida and I were most honored to answer the call. Never expected this reunion, though, did we, dear?
I'll say, the nerve. Sending that letter, then running off to the gods know where.
oh, there's quite a lot to unpack there. No. That's nice.
Any idea how worried we were?
Oh, Urianger.
I'm sorry. 'Twas remiss of me not to deliver the news in person. No, more than that. 'Twas I who...
Our daughter was disillusioned after Master Louisoix left her behind. The day the Scions called upon her was the happiest I'd seen her in years. She made her every choice of her own free will. No one could have ever forced her to do otherwise. Don't blame yourself for her death. Celebrate her life. You know that's what she'd want.
If there is one thing we resent you for, it was that we could not be there to mourn her with you. Reading the words you penned in that shaky hand, we must have cried as much for you as we did for her.
That's just sad.
I'm sorry. I truly, truly am. I knew not what to say.
She was dead in a patch.
Knew
Not even.
how to express my feelings. The poems and platitudes of wiser men, musings on sadness and loss, studied and memorized, and meaningless in the moment.
Silly boy. We are all powerless before such grief. Even now, try as I might, the words escape me. But in our hearts, we know. We always know.
I remember when you were young, how the lads teased you for choosing the company of books over others. Our moon didn't take kindly to that. Be nice to Urianger, she'd shout, and give them a walloping. No matter how many times we scolded her.
So we offered a suggestion. Rather than starting fights, why don't you be the bridge between Urianger and the others? She had to mull it over for a while. Arms crossed, brow furrowed in intense thought. But from that day on, she never let you be alone. She'd drag you outside to play, pepper you with endless questions, read the same books you read, all to try and understand you that much better.
Yep.
I'm sure it was annoying and exhausting at the time, but she only ever had the best of intentions.
And look at you now, at the center of the crowd. The reason there even is a crowd, having brought these people together. You've no idea how proud we are.
To see the boy, our daughter, trusted and believed in more than anyone, grow into the man she always knew he could be. I can see her in you too. Feel her. She walks with you wheresoever you go. So thank you, Urianger, for being who you are.
So he got it. He got his closure.
I think I can feel her too.
He finally got his closure.
The truth of her life. Not sorrow, but hope and love.
It took, what, 8 years almost? 7?
This moon breeder. She was important to him, wasn't she?
She meant more than we could know.
You could ask the man himself.
Oh, no. But watching Watching this exchange reminds me how much I've yet to learn about your world. And its people.
You can live here your entire life and hardly learn a thing. And that's why it's too soon for this to end.
We fight against the coming calamity. Still. Some of you may come here this seeking counsel, so I should remind. Oh, great. Who she's less like to scorn. So. What the fuck? This should be impossible. Loki, what are you doing out here? I came to help you. Of course, I only have 3 minutes to get to the other side of the fucking zone. Like, I literally only the bottom of my body is animated. It's a terrible animation. Yeah, look at that jump. Look at that back. Perfect 90 degrees with the hip. Unflinching. Unchanging. But how did you come to be involved in this, Thancred? Father included, I suspect. Are you trying to injure yourself? Yeah, she is indeed quite rugged. No, no, no. far my way. Endwalker. Hither and yarns. Well, allegedly not that far away. Hmm. The first part of Labyrinthos was a bit boring, but, you know, par for the course. But this shit, this is mind-numbing. Up Hither and Yarns is about to be finished. Does that mean I can be done with this bullshit? Or at least get something more interesting? Thank you. It was using stories of our parents we'd like to hear, to reiterate. Until your grandfather's time, aye. Hmm. Really, he disowned us. Hmm. I need the forum on my side. everyone's wearing something white or colorful, and then there's just me. Blackout. Hell, you three. Alright then, huh? I'm taking Fenrir. I've tuned myself over there is to attune here. Nothing. Surprised they didn't just include Charlene as part of or something. Others far more expanded now. How is it cheaper to get to Elfless from here than Mare Lamentorum? How is it more expensive to get to Kugane than to another reality? Or the moon? What the hell? That just seems wrong. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. I'm just strong watching guard. You and only you have been to Elpis. Wanted to travel? Did he remember his life as Hermes? Such fervor. I moved Ammon to resurrect Emperor Zonde. Much like the ancients had. How Coco is getting on. Dun, 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 dun. So my shield has actually been replaced. I should probably be hitting the hay relatively soon. After this one. That's the final one. We're going back to the other side of the zone. Boom. Someone's still in armor robes. Yeah.
All set, I take it?
Oh, an actual voiced one.
We finished what we could. Delivered supplies, tracked down escaped animals. Trivial tasks as they may be.
That's enough, don't you think? If there was anything more important still undone, that would be a problem in itself.
The vessel is essentially ready for departure. All that remains is to load the final batch of supplies and see everyone on board. Once we've readied the ether, that is.
Ah, had a feeling we might find you all here.
Our consultations with the Loperites, too, have run their course. Pleased I am to say that our researchers' concerns have for the most part been allayed, though some insist on making adjustments to the very end. For their part, Livingway and her peers have graciously offered to stay and keep the people company, lest any lingering queries go unanswered.
All that remains is to wait for the refined adamantite.
Alphino, are you there? It's me, Cryle. Your special delivery has arrived. Round up everyone and come to the harbor at once.
Speak of the devil. Let us go at once.
What's this? Fortuno.
Forgive the intrusion, Master Fortuno. I bring urgent news. A great commotion has broken out in Scholar's Harbor. Your presence is requested, with all speed.
It's just a shipment. Why are people so... Like, oh my, a shipment of goods. Whatever can we do?
Now, where might this delivery be? Oh.
What? That's quite a bit. And literally everyone from every nation is here to deliver it. Oh! So that's the reward for completing Evilis.
But we cannot accept these without the proper permits.
Are you fucking kidding me?
12. Surely, these can't all be.
Oh, that's cool. The Sky Pirate showed up.
Bleeding hellfire! They're bringing them by sea and by air. All these folks in these crates.
Sickard.
More on the way. Got your adamantite right here. A bigger haul than any of these sorry bastards brought, and that's no lie.
Yes, because you were charged with seeing the shipments from Gridania and Uldar here, along with your own. Give credit where credit is due.
Sounds like the sorry whinging of a sore loser. An hypocrite to boot. Ain't no way a scrawny whelp like you took a dozen steps inside a Dalamud shard.
I'll have you know I went all the way to the entrance.
Oh my!
'Twas my contacts that enabled us to enlist the cooperation of the Sky Pirates.
Left you outside so you wouldn't get anyone killed, did they? Credit where credit's due, you did a right fine job sitting on your ass.
Take that back.
I fucking hate him.
I will not stoop to your level.
Take that back. No.
My,
Okay then.
What a grand welcome party.
Soroban.
Hancock and Soroban.
We come bearing relics both sacred and elegant, as well as a few other gifts that may be of help, to be presented with best wishes from the Eastern Alliance. Our friends in Bosnia, for instance, have sent along a few artifacts for the brave allies of the Resistance.
Oh, cool.
That's you.
I like how it pays so much homage to having completed everything.
I myself have come with a single relic of Rayson Temple. 'Twas passing fortunate that Senri's dango craving brought us to Kugane. We arrived precisely as Hancock was making his arrangements.
The four lords pay off.
We made haste back to Hell's Lid, with our dango, never fear, and consulted with the other auspices. All consented to the lending of Tenzin's legendary Phoenix Blade
Oh, wow.
for this noble cause. Suzaku and Seiryu were nevertheless worried that it might be lost in transit, however, and insisted upon accompanying me to Onokoro, where I had intended to entrust it to our Confederate allies. I thought instead to give it over to Hancock when we chanced to cross paths yet again. But alas, Seiryu remained ill at ease, and ordered me see the blade into your hands personally, or die trying.
We did, of course, need quite the impressive vessel to get it all here in time.
Evil's payoff.
Fortunately, our majestic associates have been more than helpful. 'Tis an honor to join the Warrior of Light on another adventure, they tell me.
That is all wonderful to hear, but what of the extraordinary cost? I shudder to think of the ransom we paid for such a bounty.
All free.
Fret not for your coin purse, young Alphino. Lord Lolorito looks ever towards the profits of the future, and thus the East Aldenar Trading Company went to some lengths to reduce the financial liability. And since the Scions funded the entire venture, not a gill need be rendered up in compensation. Everything is already yours.
Sweet.
We funded the venture. When?
Don't let
Tataru.
the name fool you. This coin keeper knows a thing or two about spending.
Taru.
When it comes to capital investiture, a sprinkling of gil here and there will not do. You need enough savings to make waves when it really counts, which is why frugality is paramount.
The four lords paid off then, eh? We have enough money to buy a
We
nation.
also have the benefit of a generous patron. Generous being rather an understatement. She has supported us from the shadows since the very founding of the Scions.
Emilian's
We
Levier.
even had coffers to fill.
Fortuna's like, what? We paid for this?
I remain, of course, an entirely neutral party. I suppose my family's coffers were needlessly full.
What the fuck?
We can hardly take them with us on your teeny tiny toy boat, now can we? And would be a shame to leave all that hard-earned wealth unspent. Waste not.
Oh god. Are you kidding me? Am I going to be thrown out on the street? I might default on my mortgage.
However did you manage so much in so short a time, though? We expected word to reach only a fraction of our allies.
Did I not tell you I have my ways?
Cryo.
Erenville, you were involved too.
I received a letter from Cryo after we parted ways in Labyrinthos. She explained what the Scions were trying to accomplish, and why you might soon require the services of the Gleaners, spread across the world as we are. I pray you do not interpret this as a betrayal of Charlotte. I accept that the Forum's aim in pushing us to our limits was to preserve what knowledge we have, and I bear you no ill will for it. Yet, in collecting that knowledge, what I came to appreciate most about our star is that there remains so much we do not know. That is why I chose to help the Scions, to combat the obliteration of those countless undiscovered wonders. I held no illusions that they would be less demanding taskmasters. Though, rest assured, if I had, I would have been sorely disappointed. To make a long story short, the whole of the guild ship cooperated to ensure your call was heard far and wide.
What's this?
The
about a
Omega
ship
payoff
flying
too.
to the moon?
Of course he's interested.
And why didn't you mention it sooner? The one time you don't beg my aid, your problem's a bloody ship that can fly to the moon.
Sid, you brought the team.
Of course. Garland Ironworks' finest. You need only point us towards my new favorite ship. Oh, I nearly forgot. We stopped by Whirlit before coming here and picked up a package from Gaius.
Oh my.
He's still of the mind that actions make for better penance than words, contrite or otherwise. So we offer none of the latter. What he sent is an Allegan relic Valens used in his weapons experiments. Has a fair bit of refined adamantite in it too.
As you like us not suspect,
All those
we've
side
also
quests
brought
paid off.
adamantite for Mordona's Dalamud shard. I admit to some consternation upon first receiving Quoll's message. So few Scions remain at the Rising Stones now. Far too few for such an expedition. However, the Gleaners were able to secure us reinforcements. Idleshire's treasure hunters, not least among them. I know. Ah, the Gobbyflock thought. Slowfix's gratitude for the safe return of his daughter has not waned, and he gathered his kin to our side with an astounding quickness.
Alex payoff.
The clash between their machina and the Allegan defences was a sight to behold. I wager even you would have been impressed by the magnitude of the Gobby booms.
Fascinating as all this is, I fail to see how it explains your presence here. Does Razat Khan have some concerns?
Yeah, why the fuck are you here, Vichra?
We do. Yet averting the final days would be the most expedient solution. That, and I am indebted to you. Though they chose to take their leave of Thavnair, those you saved in Galimund remain my people. My gratitude is beyond words. 'Tis appropriate that I aid you in kind. If in the doing we bring salvation to others of this star, so much the better. You will recall that I spoke of my father, Midgard Summer, and his journey across the great expanse. As he traveled betwixt the stars, his resplendent scales drank of the ether in those nigh empty surrounds, and imparted to him the thinking they might further your cause, I called out to my kin for consent.
What?
Ashdaya's answer was silence, as ever. Tiamat and Chrisvelgre, however, responded favorably to the suggestion. My sire, too, stirred from his slumber long enough to speak and say, "Very well."
Many.
Thus have I brought you his own worm scales.
Oh.
Fit them to your purpose, and seek a worthier fate for us all.
You'd be hard-pressed to find someone else so familiar with the unique properties of dragon scales. So I invited myself along.
So Midgarstorm is still happy. Still being able to chill. That's good.
Fuck me, this is so unbelievable. I've gone right back round to believing it again. Forget a 6% gain in efficiency. With all these goodies, we could get 7, no, 10, no, 14 bleeding percent.
I hate other humans.
Think of how far we could go! What we could do with that much power! What we could blow up!
I like the way this guy thinks.
If Kokol is duly convinced, then it must be true. In which case, the science end of the bargain has been fulfilled. Would you not agree?
What's he gonna do? Please just give them a hug, Fortuno. After all of this...
Yes, Father?
I know not what you seek of Hydaelyn, nor for what purpose you would take command of our ship. Yet this much is certain. To do so will be to dictate the fate of this star and the lives upon it. The lives of each and every creature, in their magnitude and their fragility.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand? And are you prepared?
Mm-hmm.
We have seen and we have felt how much each life shapes this world. And so we are determined to abandon none. We understand what is at stake, and we are prepared to bear this burden.
No.
Then I will bear it with you.
Finally.
Share your struggles with me. As family. You grasped my fingers with such tiny hands the day you were born. I thought my heart might burst. It was love and happiness beyond expression. Overwhelming. And a conviction so powerful that I trembled with something close to rage. I had heard the final days foretold. I swore to myself then and there that I would not let them steal your futures. The great exodus would succeed. Must succeed. No sacrifice or sin was worse than the alternative. If anything gave me pause, it was mine own father. The Archon Louis Soir openly decried Charlian's policies, a perspective which I regarded with increasing disdain as I grew older, yet even as part of me thought him a fool. Perhaps I also hoped that he, of all people, would devise a brilliant means to save my children. A naive hope, but
stubborn enough that I could never bring myself to keep you apart. No, that was his doing, when he perished at Cartano. As we pulled that twisted slab of Dalamud from the sea, I remembered the warmth of your newborn touch. Chastened, I vowed never again to suffer any interference in my mission to protect you.
Even if it was from his own children.
No matter that you yourselves wished otherwise. Detest me, fight me tooth and nail, I would suffer it, and more, and be satisfied so long as I could force you onto the ship. I was wrong. You two have grown so much stronger and so much wiser than I dared dream.
Oh no, this is good.
You have earned the right to walk your own path, and already begun to do so.
Good. Because there are things we care about, and people we love, and none of them is replaceable. Not a one.
It cannot have been an easy journey for you to have come so far.
We shall be glad to acquaint you with the finer details someday, once this danger has passed. All that we...
Oh.
Ours is not a kind world, but it is beautiful. Always.
Oh no. Are you quite sure that's wise? After all, someone turns pale and flees the room when he sees so much as an envelope containing word of your adventures.
Of course he does.
Whatever will happen if he learns what you were really up to.
Amelians.
He'd prefer not to know. I'm just happy this shit show is fixed.
Though I have wronged my children most gravely, I owe you an apology as well. I assumed that it was the Scion's influence that made them so keen to charge headlong into danger. Yours, in particular.
Of course.
I see now that said influence instead brought them together with the many fine people gathered here today. In which case, I hope you continue to guide them.
If we finish loitering about the harbor, might I suggest we put our plans into motion? People are beginning to look confused.
Perhaps you can spare a few words ere they resume the tedious lugging of cargo. You have no small number of friends and admirers here, after all.
I can only imagine how special this be for the people who've been playing since the ARR. With me!
Your assistance is appreciated. Now, in an orderly fashion, if you please.
That's not gonna happen. Oh my god, it did. What is this magic that you wield, Fortuno? Please tell me that this next whole chapter in the story is literally gonna be chasing down Xenos, who's like, no, fight me, fight me, fight me. Depends, it could all come to an end if you fight me. like, are you fucking kidding me? You're still on about a rematch? It's 2037, man. It's been 15 years. But with that, I'm done for the night.